and welcome back to the final instalment of her captivating nature. This is Des Ongs' place, and it has just been the most epic of days. We've had buzzard this morning in one of the most amazing hides I've ever been in, with one-way glass, and the buzzard was probably no more than 10 metres away from us. Absolutely sublime. We've then moved into the kestrel hide, and I didn't think the kestrel hide would be able to peak the excitement of the buzzard hide, but my word has it has been just unbelievable. So if you've not checked out the two videos that sit before this on the buzzard hide and on the kestrel hide, be sure to check those out. They have been absolutely fantastic. But now we've got a real treat in store for you. I do believe that this is one of the only barn owl hides in the country. It's certainly one of the only places that you can come and photograph barn owls in daylight, possibly, but most definitely at night time, and they use continuous lighting for that. So there's no flash photography and anything that's going to cause the barn owls any harm whatsoever. The area is floodlit, and we'll be able to photograph them in that floodlit light. And I have to say, I am very, very excited about this one. I don't know about you, Pops.
Oh, I'm definitely excited. I've never been this close to barn owls, wild barn owls, before, and I'm just can't wait for it to happen.
No.
I really can't.
And to make things even better and to tantalise us that little bit more, the barn owls have got chicks, and the chicks have fledged. So there is a very, very good chance that we'll get barn owls, multiple barn owls, on the perches in front of us. Des has just explained to us that another client that was in here actually got 5 barn owls on the same perch. I mean, that's just the stuff of dreams. I will take 2. I'll take 1. I'll take 2. 3 would just be
Sublime.
This is a very, very exciting end to what has been one of the most incredible days photography we've ever had. So come along for the journey and see what we see. So we've been in the hide now for best part of an hour of the barn owl hide, and what they don't tell you about the barn owl hide is it's full of kestrel. We have had 3 visits from the kestrel. The artificial light's turned on now, and the kestrel are still feeding and still hopping about the perches. And it's just incredible. I think the kestrels are going to eat us out of house and all, and we'll have to wait till complete darkness for the barn owls to be fed. Because these barn owls ain't going to come down while the kestrel's there. How good is it, Pops?
Oh, it's just tremendous. I've never seen anything like this.
No. So a couple of things that's worth mentioning about photographing with artificial light. It's an LED light, and what LED lights do, which we can't see with our eyes, is they recycle. And while they're recycling, our eyes don't see it, but they're flickering really, really fast. So I've had to adjust my frames per second on my video so that it's not capturing it. And when you're photographing them, you can't have a shutter speed faster than 1/125th of a second, which is obviously very, very slow for wildlife photography. So what you're doing all the time is looking for the animal to momentarily pause, which all raptors do. And at that point, that's when you press the shutter button. And that's how you get the best chance of capturing a sharp image at a very slow shutter speed. But at the moment. These kestrels are just entertaining us something rotten, and it is amazing. The kestrels finally buggered off.
There's one still on the branch just above there.
Oh, there is as well.
Yeah.
They're not for quitting just yet. We've had loads of, we've had more kestrels on this hide than we did at the kestrel hide.
Yeah.
They've been non-stop. The artificial lighting's all on now, and we are at time are we at, Pops?
It's 9:15.
9:15, so hopefully within the next half an hour we should see the barn owl. Chris has just told Des, who's passed the information on to us, that the barn owls have been coming out later recently because of the kestrel. Because the kestrel is so active at dusk on these perches, it's delaying the barn owl coming out. But we're here for the long haul, and we'll wait. Pops might nod off.
Only when I'm driving home.
I'll just keep prodding him, or I'll tickle his ear like I did before.
Grab your bag.
So stay with us, and hopefully very soon we'll be bringing you some barn owl action. Fingers crossed. Right, you can probably just about make out me and Pops. We're in total darkness now. Chris has been out and he's put all the perches in place. They've taken down one of the perches because it's not in any of the artificial light. I've repositioned a GoPro that's right up on the perch, so I'm hoping I'm going to get some nice shots from the GoPro of that. And what's even more incredible is whilst we were doing that and getting everything ready and chatting to Chris, there was a barn owl flying about above our heads. So I've no doubt that this is going to be quite quick before the barn owl starts to appear. I don't know how much pieces to camera we're going to be able to do because it's so dark. But we can always do the commentary. You can certainly hear Pops, can't you, Pops?
Yes.
Just making sure he's awake.
Because I'm awake.
Right, this is it. So this is this exciting times ahead now. We're just going to wait for these barn owls to arrive. So we've probably had 2 visits from the barn owl. The first visit was fleeting. It literally flew in, grabbed the mouse and then shot off again. This one stayed a little bit longer. And one of the things that I would say that between me and Pops we've worked out is that the amount of light that these owls are reflecting is huge. And so if you're using matrix metering, quite often the owl is far too bright, even as though we've underexposed the image by about 1/3 of a stop. So you've got 2 choices there. You can either underexpose the image even further, perhaps a full stop or more, or what I did in that last one is I very quickly switched it to highlight weighted metering, and that's brought the brightness right down, because when you're doing your practice shots against the branch. There's nothing to reflect the light off. And then as soon as the owl lands, because the owl is so bright and so reflective of that light, you're getting an overexposed image. So highlight weighted metering is allowing you to expose the owl correctly. You live and learn, don't you? And that's what it's about when you come to these things all the time, learning how to get the best of the shot. So we've had 2 on the perch at once. We've had, I'd say, probably 3 individuals now coming down to the perches. Invariably, as one came in, one would leave. But we have had 2 on the same perch at once at one point. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even notice the second one come in. I was that fixed on the one who was feeding. And what I noticed was all of a sudden the one that was feeding started to mantle around its prey, and so that's a telltale sign it's protecting it from something. So I looked away from a viewfinder, got my eye in, could see there was a second owl on the perch. So I think I've got a couple of shots with the 2 owls together. It's getting quite late now. It's 11:30. And we're probably not give it much longer, will we, Pops?
No.
Because we've got a 2.5 hour drive ahead of us once we leave here. But what do you think, Pops?
It's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah. I didn't quite manage to get I got 2 on, but they were flying up. One was flying off.
Right. Yeah, I think I got a couple of shots with the 2 on the same perch together. Just having a quick. Yeah, there you go.
You got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
2 in the same. You see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
An absolutely phenomenal day's photography, and one that will stay with me for a long, long time.
And me as well.
We've had non-stop buzzards this morning, kestrels this afternoon, and then a whole host of barn owls. What's the collective term for owls? It's a parliament, isn't it?
Is it a parliament of owls?
It is. We've had a parliament of owls this evening. So absolutely first class. I've mentioned it already. It's captivating. Oh, it's coming back. It's captivating nature, and it's run by a guy called Des Ongs. Absolutely top class photographer by his own rights. He's won loads of awards. Wildlife Photographer of the Year. He's been in that, I think. British Photographer of the Year, Wildlife Photographer of the Year. A really, really phenomenal talent. And the place that he's got here in Leicestershire is just...
It's first class, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the only way to describe it, first class. It's been non-stop action. So this is the 3rd and final video in our series of 3 hides in one day. If you've enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like. If you want to give us a subscribe, please consider doing that also. The farm itself has got its own YouTube channel, and I'll pop a link at the bottom, and there'll also be a link to its YouTube channel in the description. They've got live cameras on many of the nest boxes, so definitely worthwhile having a look at those. If you want to show us a little bit of extra support, we've got a Buy Me a Coffee webpage. Link will be at the bottom. and also in the description, a massive thank you to all those people who buy us a coffee. And from the wonderful, wonderful barn owls, and until next time, ta-ra!